Hey Christopher, this is John West Coast Connects. We reached out and spoke with you, promised this free video, so here it is. I'm going to keep things really short and sweet. Just want to show you 3 things that you can do to potentially improve upon your website and get more traffic online. So, with this, let me get started. So, you have your form submit basically, or a way to get in contact with you here. Going through your pictures, some of these are great pictures that you have here for roofs and fencing and stuff that you've done. So you have a lot of great things going on here. You have your click to call buttons on the bottom. Typically, you'd want click to call buttons toward the top and maybe a virtual chat or something just to kind of, really have different ways for people to convert right from the beginning. But, you are doing some good things here. Having said that, the one thing that really stands out that's really hurting you is that there's not much in terms of content here. And content is really anything that I can highlight, whether that be pictures, text. And really, you want a lot of content for a couple of reasons. The first is so that you can be found for keywords. And looking at what you're ranking for, most of it has to do with your name, which is great, right? You always want to rank for your name. But what you really want to be found for are some buyer intent keywords, right? So, like roofing company San Antonio, roof repair San Antonio, roofing San Antonio, like those are all buyer specific keywords that you would want to rank for. So, say I wanted to rank for, let's say, roofing San Antonio, right? Great keyword, one that I would, potentially want to rank for. I would have that as a heading. I would have that, in within my text. I would have it, at least a photo saved as that keyword. And what happens is when Google crawls your site, they see that you have that keyword verbatim within your content, and it allows you to rank faster and more efficiently if you have those keywords as they're typed within your content. And not just in one place, you want it in a few places. And the more content you have, the more, keywords you can be found for. And it also is a ranking factor. So, Google has an algorithm to determine what websites get ranked higher than others. And one of the factors within that algorithm is content, not just quality of content, but also quantity. So the more, content you have, it kind of really helps in a variety of different facets. So content super important, definitely something that you want throughout your site, and you want those buyer intent keywords throughout. So as headings within your content, say your images saved as those keywords. That would be my first tip. My second tip revolves around your Google business profile. So, you're doing a good job. 30 reviews, almost a 5-star review, 5-star rating. And you really want a lot of reviews. And, if you can get a review a week or 2 reviews a week, it really will go a long way in showing that one, you're doing quite a bit of jobs, and two, that your clients really appreciate and like what you have going on. And Google feels like if people trust you, then they should trust you. And there's really there's a couple different ways you can go about getting reviews. You can send out email CRMs after jobs are done, and get jobs that way, or get reviews that way. But a lot of times people don't necessarily send out or aren't really looking at once the job's done. They're kind of like, forget it. We don't need to open this email and give them a review. Uh, there are reviewing companies that'll go out and you can pay for 5-star reviews. But one way we've found that's been pretty successful is you create a QR code, you link it to your review form, and you print them out, you laminate them, you send them to or with your installers, and when the job is done, they can give it to the property owner, and within seconds, if not a minute or two, your review is up and posted. So pretty effective for getting reviews. All this information needs to be pretty consistent throughout the web. So, like your address and your phone number and your website usually is pretty consistent, but what we've noticed is that a lot of times like hours aren't, right? And so if you had a Yelp page that said you were open 24 hours or something, let's say, that that inconsistency Google doesn't like. Google wants to see that, you know, whatever it is that somebody is searching on one platform, they get the somebody in another platform gets that same information. They want it to be accurate and consistent. So really important that all this stuff matches. And then last but not least, you want to upload images that are saved as keywords and geotags. So if I uploaded a picture of a roof, for instance, I would want to save it as roofing San Antonio, and then I would tag one of these locations, and I would, and Google would feel like, oh, they did that roof or a service in that location, and you just kind of want to continue to build it out and show really Google where your service area is, so that they know how far and how much they can build this out, and it just kind of starts growing like a balloon. And why these are important, I'll go into in a second. And last but not least, you just really want to build up the strength of your site. So this is some data here. You have 3 referring domains or websites that are sending 4 links back to your site, and one of those links are do follow links. And what referring domains are is just websites that send links to your site. And really, you want as many referring domains or websites as you can, and you want as many do follow links as you can. Obviously, not all of them are going to be do follow links. You want some, you want it to look as transparent and consistent and organic as possible, to so that Google doesn't think you're a bot or you're spamming. So, it's a gradual build and a gradual climb. But, those do follow links are really what gets you, traffic and builds up that the power of your site. And really what you want is really want to be 20s, 30s, 40s, and you'd like to see a 1-to-1 ratio if you can. So, say this was 29, you'd want this to be a 29 as well. And just to show you kind of what that looks like, this is Transcendent Roofing. They're in San Antonio. They don't have the 1-to-1 ratio, but this 30 is a pretty large number. And they do have 60 do follow domains, sending them and 84 referring domains, and they're ranking on almost 1,000 keywords. And as you can see here, they're getting a little over 750 clicks a month. So they're getting a lot of traffic and they're doing quite well. All this takes a little bit of time. As you can see, they started in 2017 and have gradually built up over time to where they're at now. So it does take a little bit of time. It shouldn't take that long, but you definitely want to kind of do it organically, and you can really see massive growth in the first couple of 2 or 3 months. So I hope this has been helpful. I hope it's been informative. One last thing, when it comes to like your Google business profile and why that's important. A lot of people search differently. Some people click on the first thing they see, which is a great reason to run ads. Some people click on this map pack, which pulls up to 40% of the traffic. So, we're talking about 600 searches a month here. We're talking about 240 searches going to these 3 sites. And then this, the organics, these first 3 especially get a lot of traffic, and the first one gets about 31%. So, really a great way to bring traffic to your site in a variety of different ways. So, again, I hope this has been helpful and informative. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions, concerns, comments. We'd love to hear your feedback. We greatly appreciate it. If you would like to meet with myself or my business partner Jackie, we do have our Google Calendar in the email. Feel free to schedule out whatever time fits for you, and one of us would happy to get back to you as soon as possible. So, with that, have a great day and God bless.